Da, 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 da. All right for Hollywood. Remember that back in the day? When we used to be so into the stars, Hollywood star people, and we used to think they had it all together and they were just the untouchables and the star people, the movie stars. They were glamorous. Betty Davis, Greta Garbo, and oh, how the stars would just go on and on and on. But those weren't the real stars. The movie stars are not the real stars. No, they put on a good show and they act like they are the stars, but they're really not the real stars. No, no, no. So, StarSeeds, you are not going crazy. You are not losing your mind. StarSeeds, you are being highly activated to step forward into who you really are. And that's the part that is really playing out right now. Today has been a really busy day. My day started off at 9 o'clock this morning, and it just finished about an hour ago. It's just been nonstop. And I knew when I woke up, and when you say these words, how can I be of service today, Creator? Boom. Just gets really busy. I'm still trying to play catch up. I have some other things I need to still catch up on, but it's going to have to wait till tomorrow. Some things I'll do tonight before I go to sleep. So first of all, let me give a shout out to everyone, because I have a way that I always, how do I put this? I always know when I'm supposed to give away something to somebody. I always know when I'm supposed to, God, this is pretty bad, you guys. I always know when I'm not supposed to charge something on a session. I always know. I'm always told. And there was a few people that I didn't charge for my services on because something just told me not to. And I want to first say thank you to those of you that gave to me, because you know where I'm staying, and I'm kind of hanging out here because now some of the things that I thought I was going to be leaving for have changed. So I got to wait another couple of weeks. And maybe that's what I need to do, is just wait a couple of weeks. But as winter is starting to come in, I have not made a finalized decision on where I really want to be. There's a lot going on where I'm looking at certain things. I'm like, So I said, okay, I'm going to have a definite answer this week, Friday, maybe Thursday. But it's not about that. I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. Those of you that I worked with today, all of you are amazing, amazing people. And all of you are amazing StarSeeds that are just waking up, remembering who you are. You are sensing things, seeing things, feeling things in a different way than normal people would feel on this earth. And star seeds, we know who we can talk to and not talk to. We know that if you kind of talk to someone about your dreams or certain things that you see or sounds and things and different light beings that you see and you communicate with, and you automatically know that that's how it is, what who you can talk to. So you are not losing your mind. You're not going crazy. You're just on a higher frequency and a different amount of different dimensional energy that you are being calibrated for when you are on this earth. That's just a plain and simple thing that's happening. So today is one of those days that was really kind of eye-opening about who you are as starseed. Who are you? And once again, I am really going to reiterate this message. If you are someone who's just been very heavily addicted into your addiction of alcohol, any kind of drug intake, excessive amount of plant use, it leaves you right now, especially if you are a light worker, a healer, it leaves you wide open to have an addictive behavior attachment energy to you. This is why some people who see other light workers that never do drugs, that never do any of the alcohol drinking, all of that, they are a clear channel for spirit because they don't do any of that, or they never did any of that. They have that. And this is where we get that conflicted energy sometimes with other starlight beings who numb themselves up because they are having a difficult time existing down here. And you know what? After some of the things that I have seen this past week and have dealt with, I totally get it. You know, I really do. I really, really get it and understand why people choose to do that. Because let's just face the facts. It's crazy ass down here. Shoot. It's crazy on this planet. We got crazy stuff going on. And you know what? I secretively go out and I look up at the stars and I tell them to hurry up, get down here. We need some serious help. I seriously have to say that. But a lot of us, you're going through a lot of transition. You're going through a lot of awakening. And you know what? Some of those relationships you have right now are not the relationships you're supposed to be in. You're going to be shifted out of those relationships, especially if they are harmful relationships that have hurt you, that have taken your well-being away, that have taken your life force away, that have brought you down, that have made you feel less than. And I don't even care if this is in family, like mother, father, brother, sister stuff, and you have to stay away from it. You have to make that decision to be your true self, your true authentic self, because being a light star being, a seedling, means that you come with an entirely different agenda. And there are certain things that starseeds, Palladian light beings, however you want to see yourself, if you're a Andromedan, if you are Tyrian, if you're Sirius, if you are Lyrian, or Lyrian, I always mispronounce that, where you're part of the the cat kingdom, the lion kingdom. If you are just straight Palladians, and there's so many other beings that you can be. Blu-ray, Zeta, Mantis, part of that. Oh, well, there you go. There's so many different parts of ourselves. And then you can be a part of the Lemurian and the Atlanteans in the past. And you're coming through part of Maldek, the planet Maldek. You can be a part of them. There's so many of us. And I need everyone to remember, you are everlasting light. You'll give up this temple. You'll come in different forms. I just had a wonderful conversation with someone downstairs not just a few minutes ago. And she was telling me, she says, when my son was young, he would sit down and he would say things like, I'm in the wrong body. I'm supposed to be in a different color body. This is the wrong body. And I started kind of chuckling. And I said, yeah, because when you're young, you kind of remember different things. Your soul has a bleed through, and it brings back a past life of where you were, or who you used to be, or what you represented, or what you looked like. And I told her, I said, yeah, I remember when I was younger, I think I was maybe about 6 or 7 years old. And I said, I remember telling my mom, I was playing with a Barbie doll. And I told my mom, I looked at her and I said, Mom. She goes, what? I go, I'm in the wrong body. What happened to my green eyes and my red hair? I had green eyes and red hair. This ain't it. What's happening here? What's this all about? I didn't say it like that because I didn't know those words at that time, saying it like that with attitude. But I just remember telling her, I'm supposed to have green eyes. I'm supposed to have red hair. Hello. So being a starseed comes with a lot of responsibilities, and it comes with a lot of ups and downs and loneliness and trying to match yourself with someone else. And we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about those things and markings of when you're being tracked by some of your star families. And some of your star families, when they're tracking you, or they're there to support you on your journey here, because when you're here to do your work, to anchor in light, to activate, to hold a part of the star grid, the light grid upon this earth, so to be a part of the bigger plan. All of us are in what I call in disguise to do this. We are many different colors, many different cultures, many different places on this earth, in our strategic places to do our work. So when you're with your star family, and when you are taking on your assignments and your birth onto this plane, or you become a walk-in on this plane, or you become a dimensional time traveler on this plane, from another galaxy, another time place. You have that ability, or that knowing that you've been marked. And I've had the pleasure of talking to some people and was telling them and say, yeah, you're marked, you have a tracking on you, and it'll be behind your ear, like a cyst. You'll think it's a cyst, but it'll be something kind of hard right there. It'll be kind of crystalline like. Sometimes crystal, sometimes a piece of little metal, about the size of, smaller than the tip of this pin, smaller than the tip of that pin. It could be right there. And it'll kind of irritate because it'll fester, cause some problems. Then you'll get it here. And then you can always tell, like on your body, certain markings, especially on me and my mom. My mom and I have these kind of unique little markings on our skin. They are these perfectly circular white marks that are a certain size, almost like a laser, and it has a certain like curvature to it. I've found those on my body, and I'm like, huh. And like the other day, I was telling you, in the crease of my arm, there was a red marking, like an IV was started, but I didn't have the IV. I didn't have anything done to me, and I looked down there, and then within probably by the next day, it was all gone, like it never even happened. I was like, wait a minute. So that I know what's going on, but I always have this surprised look on my face, like, what happened? Um, I don't remember. Sometimes they don't want you to remember, but you have to, if you want to remember, you have to ask them to let you remember um, whatever you discussed, whatever you were saying. So being starseeds, especially right now, because we're getting ready to go into some major energy of increasing awakening and really moving into the more DNA, RNA activations through the crystalline body, through the spine, through the pineal gland, all the way through your zeal point. All of this, the crown is being fully activated. And some people are already gone through it. Others are still processing it, depending on what level, dimension you're on, what frequency you are moving at, that you're vibrating at. And then some people, it becomes too much for them. They can't deal with it altogether, which is why you have people numbing out, suicide. Others are just totally disconnected from who they are, and what they're doing. So this is the time where you really have to horn in on your gifts of who you are and what you're doing, so that you know that you're following your passion, and you know that you're following to your true self and what you're doing. That's the reason why I titled it the way I titled it, because sometimes you start to feel like, man, I can't talk to some ordinary people about this because they'll think I'm crazy. And yeah, ordinary people who do not vibrate at the vibration that you are on, or think like you do and see it clearly, will think you crazy because they're not on your same platform. And here's another thing. Thank you. The message is coming in right now. Those of you that are in relationships with other people, as your frequency goes up, you are not gonna be in that same relationship with that person anymore, because either they're going up high and you can't keep up, or either it's vice versa. However it's showing up, you're not going to be able to hang out with that person anymore. It's just the way it's going to be, because until that person can catch up and really change their frequency and be on that frequency with you, you can't do it. And it's the same with if you're looking for a relationship with someone. You cannot, it's like, think about it like this. I'm an angel that just came down from the heavens. And now I am going to go look for Brad Pitt. Okay. I'm going to go show up, and I'm going to go look for Brad Pitt. Okay. Now I just descended down here and I said, I want to go have fun on Earth, and I'm going to go see Brad Pitt right now. Okay. So now here I am, this high angelic being that's just like that movie, with Nicolas Cage and what's her name? What's that movie? Angel Lost City of Angels. City of Angels. Okay. Now you come down and you're trying to fit in like a normal human being, right? But you are still on that high frequency as the angel. So now I'm going to go say, "Hi, Brad. How's it going?" And Brad's going to say, "Oh, pretty good." Brad's going to try to figure out why he gets kind of sleepy whenever I come around because my frequency is high. And he's going to be like, "Well, let's go out clubbing. Let's go out partying. Let's go out and do this, da 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 da." And the angel part of me is going to say, "No, how about we go out in nature? How about we, go do something fun, da 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 da." And then he's got to try to, I'm up here, vibration. He's got to try to meet that. Okay. Brad's got to try to come up there. If Brad can't do that and he can't meet that frequency, it's going to be too much energy for him. He's not going to be able to hang out with me. He's not going to be able to do that with me. He's going to be like, "Oh no, hey, I gotta call. Maybe I gotta go to, gotta go to Miami, blah, blah, blah." I'm just saying. So this is why when you move up into that higher frequency and you're in that space, people can't be with you now. Other star seeds that recognize other star seeds, they can hang out together. They're a match. They can be in that energy together. They can do it. You will also have soul family star seed connections that are from other systems of stars that know you from being with them before. They will recognize you. And I have that happened to me a lot. I will recognize a starseed, especially here's the take. If someone says that they need a session from me or a reading or something like that, and I say, okay, and I'm having a hard time trying to connect with them, and things are happening, interfering, getting in the way, and they can't match the time, and it's constantly something's always coming up, and we're hitting and missing, and can't make that match. So when that's happening, I know it's going to be a good read because there's so much stuff happening that's trying to keep me and that person from making an alignment. And it's the game. It's a cosmic energy game that's created to keep all of us from activating, meeting together, and having this connection. Let me tell you something else. Some of us at night, and I talked about this in one of my other videos, you are being pulled into soul meetings, which means that at nighttime you're sitting at a table with a whole bunch of people, other souls talking. And you're talking about what you're doing, what you came across. You're kind of matching up each other because this is where that whole, did you see that? You see that star that just flew over there? Okay, this is where that whole, this is where that deja vu part comes in. This is where I had it happen even today. I was meeting with Sundance Brother, and all of a sudden I saw a timeline of deja vu, and I said, "Oh shit, we already did this. Oh crap!" And I didn't let him know that I was having a timeline deja vu, but I said, "Oh, okay, this timeline's getting ready to play out. All right, I already did this. Yikes. Okay." So this is where that deja vu part comes in, where you are on another timeline, you are getting this information, you are talking, getting all this info, getting your downloads in this timeline, higher frequency. And then when you come back to this earth plane, this is where all of a sudden to you on this earth plane right here, here's that timeline where you were. And then as you keep moving and going through the process, and then now you match that time. Now here it is, the deja vu. Okay. Oh, I already did this. Why does that feel so familiar? Da, 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 da. That's when that comes in. So, being a star seed or a light being, Palladian, energetic being, and you are here on this earth plane right now at this time, doing and dealing with all of the stuff that we're dealing with, yes, it is overwhelming. Yes, it becomes a time when you want to numb out. Yes, it becomes a time like you don't want to be here. I can't, yes, please, can't tell you how many times I've said, man, I need to get a refund. I need to get a different assignment because this sucks down here. Yes, let's call it what it is. Let's not sugarcoat this. Let's not sit back and say, oh, let's just give ourselves cookies and milk right now. No, we're not giving ourselves cookies and milk right now. Some of us are downright pissed off because this is not what we remember what we signed up for. You know, we came down here to be a part of the bigger picture, but something got out of hand. This part got out of hand. So now here we are as the light star seeds that we are, trying to hold the light in the space. Now, this is the part that's going to get a little bit interesting for you. So I want you to think about this. You see this? You see how it glistens in light? This is what all of us look like as a crystalline light being, without the human shell, without the human skin. Okay? This is what we look like. We have crystalline in our bodies. We have these crystalline self. So here's the thing. What if, as you are this crystalline being and you're moving into this space, you are actually a light portal connected to other dimensions, and you're just helping to move that energy. You're helping to anchor that light. You're helping to be a part of that space. Okay? Being a star seed, representing that energy, that portal energy. That's what you represent. Okay. So your activations are going to come through you, activating that and joining with that and being a part of that. Depending on what you wanted to participate in and what you wanted to sign up for and what you wanted to anchor in and be a part of. That's what you're going to bring in for that energy. So I want you to think about yourself, that you are literally representing that portal of light. You are representing that. You're anchoring that in. What if you were saying you're anchoring in Andromeda light, or you're anchoring in the blue ray light, or you're anchoring in, all the different planetarial beings of light that are coming in different forms representing that light on this earth. So you're helping to anchor in frequency. You're anchoring in code at work. You're anchoring in vibrations and all of that light into the earth. You're anchoring. You're holding it. Wherever one of us are, that's that anchoring light that we're holding right there in that space. Okay? Here's something that needs to be remembered when you're in your light space. All of us represent that. When we're awake, and you represent that light space. But when you're not awake, you're not aware. You just go along with the program. You just go along with everything, and you just do it. And that's not where you want to be. You want to be awake. You want to break away from the matrix. And this is why I was saying the other night, this is why they have that 6 feet thing. Because, if you stand too close, you might activate each other. Think about it. What do crystals do? They grow. They vibrate. They amplify. So it doesn't have to be 6 feet. Shoot, we can do it from a 10 feet distance. We can do it from a 20 feet distance. Doesn't matter because we are expanding in our energetic self. So, being a star seed, there is a star seed mapping of energy that you follow. And I'm not talking about like following the planetarial thing. I'm not talking about that. This is literally an energetic star seed, energetic light map that you are following that actually takes you through your journey. I never really talked about it because it's never really, I don't know, never really came up until today. And literally, if you sit and you talk to your higher self and you ask, what is your star seed mapping energy look like of your journey on earth where you've been? You will see how it goes and dips, spins, where it rises, how it moves. If you're a gentle wave, if you're a straight wave with a dip kind of line, those are the things. The main thing in our work is that we don't become flat lines. You don't want to be a flat line. Flat line means you're not doing nothing. Yeah. In medical, it's called dead. But in star language, you don't want to be a flat line where you're just going along with everything, but you never deviate because you're not awake. Oh, look, I woke up. You know, that's that line that you don't want to just be. It's also, think about it, it's a stagnational line. You just got comfortable and you just stayed like that. You don't like change. You bump up against the wall anytime when anything changes. You can't stand change. You just stay like this. That's it. That's a flat line. Think about it. So I want you to pay attention to some of your meetings you're getting pulled into. I want you to remember, look at the codes, look at the color, try to remember the people that you're sitting at the table. What color table is it? How big is the table? What color is the room that you're in? Or is it a room? Or is it a crystal room? Or is it just a light room? What is it? When you look at everybody that's sitting at the table, are they showing light or are they showing a human skin form? Are they in a human skin form? What are they looking like? What are they representing? Remember to ask and look for those questions, when you're in those dream setting. And this is going to keep increasing because not only is there going to be a wave that we're dealing with in October, then the wave at the end of December, but there is going to be a huge gap wave January through March because of the so-called energy of people losing their places of eviction since this whole COVID thing started. Okay, out of apartments and homes. And this is why it's so important. Light workers that you wouldn't even think of that are light workers are actually trying to do their part. They're trying to anchor that light. Okay, so ask if you want to try to find out what star system you came from, if it's Andromedan, Lemurian, Atlanteans, Maldak, wherever that may be coming from the star system. You can ask your higher self to show that to you. And you can see it if it shows you through the mirror when you're looking in a mirror or at nighttime when you're sleeping, to ask for that information. You also, don't forget, you have a star father and a star mother of your star family that also assist you in your journey down here. Now, I know this can get a little complex and is very cosmic and very divine in order. Yes, We work with everything from angels to your divine setting, your creator God, goddess, and then your star family. Everything is connected. This is why, hence the word, we are not alone. We're not alone. We're just not. So I hope this puts there was something else. Oh, I wrote it down earlier today. This word came out. Everyone needs to get ready for the great meeting. Yes. We're not talking about gloom and doom. We're talking about everyone needs to get ready for the great meeting. The great meeting. And that great meeting is going to be different for everybody. But you're going to be called to a great meeting. And that great meeting can be anything that you're going to be called to. That's going to shift your life from that 180 sector and move you fully into a 360 into something else. You need to get ready for the great meeting. Get ready for it. I have not been told of all the details of it. This information just came in today, and it's called the Great Meeting. It has nothing to do with gloom and doom. It has to do with knowing. It's almost like knowing what team you're on and what your purpose is. And you meet other people from that team that you're a part of. So get ready for the great meeting. All right. I wanted to just give you some info, StarSeeds, of what being who we are and how sensitive we are and what we feel and see. And, you know, sometimes we definitely get tired of the shenanigans down here because it's like boring. Can we please skip ahead? Let's turn the page to page. Let's get off of page 18. Let's get to page 77, please. It's like, can we just skip ahead? Can we just get to the next chapter? Because it's the repetition of the same game that keeps playing on, and we're like, okay, we're so over this. So done. So get ready for your great meeting. And like I said, it's different for everyone. And you will know when you're having the great meeting. So once again, thank you so much for supporting my books. Thank you so much for your beautiful donations, helping me where I'm staying right now as I am being supportive of a beautiful family. And this has a lot of transitions going on. And I don't want to get into details about that because I'm just supporting this beautiful family right now. So I am able to stay where I am and just be for a little bit while I kind of make plans because I just need to kind of think. That's all. I better hurry up because winter's coming and I really don't want to keep staying at Holiday Inn. I wonder what it looks like around Christmas. No. I mean, I'm not really complaining. I mean, it's pretty nice. You know, I really like, I love this building. There's something about this building. It has a really good vibration to it. I really like this building. I don't even know I haven't even really looked at the numbers. Hold on a second. 14, 3, 7, 1. Oh, well, no wonder. It's a building. It's a number building 8. But it stays on 5-Star Boulevard. That's what I like about it. The 5-Star Boulevard. All right. I hope this helps a lot of you. Please write down things. And please, 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 if you are receiving symbols, you're seeing symbols, or you're hearing different things, messages coming through, write them down. Now remember, light keeps you right. Dark talks you out of life. That's how you know the difference. Light keeps you right. Dark keeps you from living life. Okay? A lot of you are going to have your visits with your dark visits, your dark entities. And they are very prevalent right now. And all they need in Taino, they're called Maboyas. I thought I was going to let you go, but I'm going to tell you about this. And I've spoke about this one time before. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Maboyas in Taino. They only need a little crack, just a little crack to get in, to get into your ether, your soul of yourself, to have you thinking, second guessing yourself, thinking badly of yourself, drugging yourself out, medicating yourself out, whatever it is that you're not supposed to be doing to yourself that is keeping you from your higher self, your higher God self connection. And when that happens, that Maboya takes over. And that Maboya feeds off of fear, feeds off of addictions, loves to feed off of hate, loves to feed off of arguments and pain. That's what Maboyas do. And Maboyas, I watched a Maboya come into a place where I worked, and how it went from one person, did that stuff, and then went to another one, and it likes to cause friction. Loves to get in there and cause friction. Okay? Loves it. It lives for that. Maboyas live for that stuff. So Maboyas can be called different things. Some people will describe it, oh, it's the devil's work or something. Or some people will say, oh, it's a negative energy being hanging out, a dark being doing it. Some people will say, oh, it's kind of, it might be this or that. You know, it has different names. But just remember, it's an energy that loves to feed off of negativity, and that's what gives it its form and power. And as long as you stay in fear, hate, judgment, negativity, drug-induced, whatever it is, where you're knocking yourself down and energetically, you can't connect, or you're not in that protective space, these things have a doorway in and start doing things that they like to do. And another thing for healers, and I need to put this out there because our work is really going to start getting amped up and get really serious, where you're really doing some really heavy energetic clearing work for people. You need to make sure you guard up with your selenite. Have if you're wearing your crystals, if you're wearing your crosses, if you're wearing your prayer beads, whatever it is, keep yourself well shielded. Because when you go in and you do a clearing and you call in the divine team, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, everyone that needs to come in to remove something out of someone's space, to be taken out of the space. Sometimes these things get upset and they find their way back, and they get upset at the person that moved them off of them. moved it off of the host. And the reason why you want to tighten up your grids when you do that clearing work is make sure everything is closed. Make sure the mirrors, doorways, mirrors are getting highly active right now. Make sure they're closed because they're portals to come in and out. Make sure you have your place, your home prayed up, raised up with that frequency of protection, so that when you're sleeping at night, you don't get those, what I call, visits of anger beings that got taken away from their host because you, the light worker, said, no, you no more of that. You're gone now. You're out of here. So know that this right now, all the way into the end of December, means only into January, we're dealing with a lot of soul attachments that cannot stay on people anymore, that are not aware that they have these beings hanging on to them. And so just know that. Keep yourself up strong and know you have your cloak on, your cloak of light that makes it right. I like that cloak of light that makes it right. Invoke my cloak of light, make it right. Thank you. Yes. So, with that being said, I just needed to give that, chiming me. I just need to give that information to all of you so that you would have that. All right. Okay, everyone, be good to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me here on BSoulight. Be that soul light, because that's what we are. Be that soul light. All right. I'm going to go take a nice, relaxing bath and lay my head down. I wonder what meeting I'm going to get called into. Somebody's binging me. I've been so busy today. Thank you once again, everybody, so much for your love and so much for your support. And are you in it to win it? That's going to be the new motto all the way into 2021 in honor of someone very, very special. I love you dearly. I love all of you. Much love. All right. Gotta go. I have a piece of cake waiting for me. Yeah, I had to go there today. Had to. All right. Bye-bye.